Here feel all right? Better for your back.
Good. All right, I'll call to order the regular meeting of the City Council of the City of East Ridge, October 26, 2023, 6 p.m. I'd like to invite Danny Lance with True Life Church, if he'll come forward, provide our invocation, and lead us in our pledge, if everyone will stand.
Can we pray? Heavenly Father, first of all, we just praise you for who you are and how great you are. And we thank you for so many blessings in our life. But tonight in particular, we thank you for these that are leaders in our community, for their time and effort that they put in. And I pray tonight that you would give them wisdom, that you would give them the ability to agree and the ability to make wise decisions, Lord, to move our community forward. Your word tells us to pray for those that are in leadership over us. And tonight we pray that these, our leaders, would be protected and would feel good about the decisions they make. And most of all, Lord, that you would be glorified in everything we do. In Jesus' name, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Mayor Williams,
Here.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Here. Councilmember Cagle,
Here.
Councilmember Tyler,
Here.
Councilmember Witt,
Here.
City Manager Miller,
Here.
City Attorney Litchford.
Here.
The next item we have on the agenda is a special presentation, so I will hand this over to City Manager Miller.
Thank you. This year, East Ridge was one of 87 cities in Tennessee out of 100 total cities of 346 municipalities in the state to be awarded the Budget Certificate Credential for fiscal year 2024. This acknowledgement of East Ridge's responsible and sound management of public finances places the city in the top fourth of all cities in the state. This is the first time that East Ridge has earned this covenant endorsement from the Controller's Office. And among the specific criteria to be awarded the certificate are as follows. The city must adopt its budget on or before the fiscal year end and file it with the Controller's Office within 15 days of adoption. Further, no issues of concern can be raised during the review of the city's budget, and the city cannot be under the oversight of the Wastewater Financing Board or Utility Management Review Board. We don't have to worry about that because we don't get involved in water or wastewater. But this is the certificate that we received. It basically says the certificate is proudly presented to the City of East Ridge on this day, September 27, 2023, in recognition of its timely adoption of a balanced budget for fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2023. Budget review was completed by the Office of the Controller of the Treasury and resulted in a standard approval indicating the government's commitment to operate with a sound financial plan. Jason Mumberger, Comptroller of the Treasury. I want to present this to Diane Coyles, who is our Finance Director, who actually assembles this budget document every year, makes sure it gets done, makes sure that the papers are filed and it's submitted to the state within 15 days after the end of the fiscal year. So in this case, our fiscal year goes July 1st to June 30th. So when it was approved, it was submitted 15 days after its adoption. So it's good recognition. I wanted to recognize her for this.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, congratulations and thank you for all your work, Ms. Qualls. Thanks, Mr. Miller, for all your work and all the departments that are, it's a team effort and you're leading it well, both of y'all, so thank you. All right, the next item is consent agenda. I hope everyone's had an opportunity to review these items, the minutes from the September 28, 2023 council meeting, the minutes from October 5th, 2023 council meeting, the August 2023 financial report, and the September 2023 financial report. So I will entertain a motion for this consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Have a motion approved by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion, corrections? I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. The next item is communications from citizen. This is an opportunity for any resident citizen of East Ridge to come forward, address the council with any questions, any concerns, any accolades, and each individual will have 5 minutes. I'm not sure, Mr. Howell, no one signed in, but if there's anyone in the audience, now is your opportunity to come forward. I don't see anyone, so we'll move on to the next item, is communication from council members. I'll start on this side. Councilmember Cagle.
I don't have anything at this time.
Vice Mayor Haynes. I don't have anything. Councilmember Witt.
Yes, I'd like to say that we are having a food drive at True Life Church, which is local coffee up there. It is by the East Ridge Police Department, by True Life Church, by local coffee, and by the Citizens Police Academy for the East Ridge Community Food Pantry. This will be held on November the 5th from noon till 4, so I hope everybody will come by and bring a canned good or a donation.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes, the East Ridge Optimist Club will be hosting their annual barbecue fundraiser here at City Hall out front this Saturday between 11 and 2 p.m. We'll have barbecue sandwiches for $6, plates for $8, rib plates for $12, and full racks of ribs for $20. We'll also have desserts for sale. I think we're selling for $2. But come enjoy Harry Mackey's famous barbecue and give money to a good cause.
Thank you, sir. All right. So, one thing I do want to mention in past events is the second annual East Ridge Fall Festival is on Saturday, October the 7th. I was unable to make it, but I hear that it was an amazing event. I want to thank everyone that participated and made this very successful. We appreciate it. It was created from our 100th anniversary celebration, and citizens and residents showed interest in it becoming an annual thing, and so it's been reoccurring, and it's been very successful. And I know there's a lot of hard work going in, so thank everyone for that. A couple upcoming things I wanted to mention is the pumpkin painting contest, the East Ridge Library. It has to be a pumpkin or gourd, no carving, only absolutely no carved entries. It's painting only. You can pick up your form still. The contest runs until the 30th. Also, the library is having a drive-through trick-or-treat event Tuesday, October the 31st from 3:30 to 5:30 here at the City Hall. The staff will also be dressed in costumes. Children are welcome from all ages, and furry friends are welcome as well. Free admission, no registration. I wanted to mention that giving back to East Ridge, so join East Ridge Parks and Rec for their final week of the 2023 Coat and Shoe Drive. It's until October the 30th. Donate new and used coats and shoes to those that are in need. Donations can be dropped off at the Community Center, which is 1515 Tombras. For more information, you can contact Hannah at 423-486-2034. East Ridge Parks and Rec, winter sports registration is underway. Make sure you sign up before it's too late. Basketball registration is open until November the 17th. Indoor soccer registration is also open it's open to the 27th. You can visit eastridgeparksandrec.com. Reach out to Avery at 423-710-6100. Also, we'd like to remind everyone that the City of East Ridge and Parks and Rec would like to invite everyone and their families to the 2023 East Ridge Christmas Parade, Saturday, November the 18th. If you're interested in the participating in the parade, you must register. There's packets can be found on eastridgeparkandrec.com, or more information, you can contact Shauna or Cameron here with the city. We always have a great Christmas parade, so we're excited about that. I also wanted to mention that we are also sponsoring East Ridge and the Parks and Rec, their first East Ridge Community Thanksgiving on November the 22nd, 1515 Thomas. The city will provide a free Thanksgiving meal to anyone interested in attending. Registration is required. There is a QR code for you to register. The last day to register is November the 15th or until full. If they don't have a QR code, can they call here? Email here to City Hall. So, Community Center, I'm sorry. Thank you for. And that's all that I have. So I will now pass this over to City Manager Miller.
Okay, thank you. I have a couple items, Mayor and Council and citizens. First off, the East Ridge Police Department, in partnership with the Hamilton County Coalition, is hosting a drug take back at Walgreens Pharmacy this weekend, this Saturday, October 28th, 2023, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's an opportunity for residents to dispose of unwanted and expired prescriptions and over-the-counter medications. So if you want a place to throw it away, stop by Walgreens, right there at the corner of Ringgold Road and McBrien, and drop them off. We're not going to ask you any questions. We're not going to berate you in any way, shape, or form. It's just a way to get rid of them. Second one I want to talk about, Moore Road at Ringgold Road has been closed for the past 2 weeks in order to install by Talley Construction stormwater drainage pipe through that system. That will be opened on Monday, October 30th at 7 p.m. I'm sorry, 7 a.m., not p.m., 7 a.m. And then, starting Monday, we are going to look at closing Armour Road at Ringgold Road to do the same thing, put the stormwater drainage across that intersection. That'll be closed on Monday, October 30th, for 5 days to get that completed. So once we get this one done, I think we only have one more smaller road to close to be able to get that stormwater drainage. Actually, that stormwater drainage is going to originate on the north side at Belvoir and go all the way down to, on the north side, to McBrien. It crosses McBrien. That work has already been done, and then goes about 250 feet south on McBrien to a tributary to discharge. So what we're doing is we're taking the water off the roadway. Many of you probably have been involved over the years and have seen when we have a heavy rain at the intersection of Marlboro and Ringgold Road, where the Valvoline oil is, you see about 6 or 8 inches of water that accumulates there, stays there for a while. That water will now be transported via this stormwater system down to the creeks south on McBrien. Covered more or jobs? Okay, leaf pickup. Leaf pickup starts Monday, October 30th. We're going, last year we went east to west. This year we're going west to east. So we're starting, it's the other way around? You sure? Okay. Then last year we started at, okay. I'm corrected. Thank you. Get my left and right mixed up. So we're going to start at the east this year and move west. We'll have one truck on the north side of Ringgold, the other truck on the south side of Ringgold, and we're going to go as many cycles as we can for 2 or 3 months, October, November, December into January. As long as we've got leaves out there to pick up, we're going to keep the leaf pickup service there. So That starts very soon. And I believe that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, we do not have any old business, so we will move into our new business. Item A, ordinance number 1198.
In order to the City Council for the East Ridge, for the City of East Ridge, Tennessee, to amend the fiscal year 2024 operating budget, ordinance number 1186, by changing the revenues and expenditures of various funds.
Yes, this is doing the following. It's, I've had to amend it to reflect the payment for the new fire engine. We also have actually received the money from the state regarding the SRO officers, and so I have to amend it for the revenue and the expenditure. And we have set up a new department within the police department for the SRO officers, so we can track the money. And then for the study for the Parks and Rec that Kimberly Horn is doing. And then in the grant fund, we have a project that we're finishing. So the money is still remaining from last year to finish it this year. And then also the same thing in the capital projects about the pond and the pier, the boardwalk. We have to finish that one this year. So we've added those numbers of what the remaining amount of money. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, I will entertain a motion for ordinance number 1198.
I make a motion to approve ordinance number 1198.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Whitt and a second by Councilmember Tyler. Do we have any discussion? See none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Ordinance number 1198 approved first reading. We'll move to item B, resolution number 3456.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council authorizing the advancement of state salary supplement payments for eligible firefighters and police officers.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Miller, or Chief?
Either one.
Chief Williams?
Closest, Mike.
Thanks.
Williams.
Mayor and council members, this is the state salary supplement for all certified, both fire and police officers that we receive from the state. There is a refunding for that from the state, typically around June, and I believe that's correct. That not correct, Diane? Somewhere around.
I usually get y'all's earlier than that. I usually get the fire in possibly February or March. I don't get the police till June.
All of our officers, both fire and police, have met the requirements for that. Actually, we're ahead of that, and then we come to the council and ask for a early
Distribution.
reimbursement for the state salary supplement. So that's what we're asking for the council's approval for this time. The fire department itself is $20,000. That's $800 for each certified firefighter that met those requirements. And police officers are also $800 as well.
And there are 38 police officers that are eligible for this certification
I
payment.
believe that's correct. 25 firefighters and 38 police officers, yes.
Thank you, sir. All right, council, I will entertain a motion for resolution number 3456.
I make a motion to approve resolution 3456.
Second.
We have a motion to approve by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Whitt. Do we have any discussion? See none, roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Yes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3456 approved. We'll move to item C, resolution number 3457.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council awarding a bid for the construction of an animal services facility.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Miller?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. If I could I ask Jerry Isaacson to come forward? He's the architect from MBI. I'm just going to give a little review and then let you say what you need to say because you did the review on the bids.
Sure.
We solicited bids for the construction of a new animal shelter to be built on the south end of Stone Street. The proposed building is 4,850 square feet. It's a basic concrete block building with a stone veneer on the front entranceway and the columns of the carport. The building is rectangular, north to south, and it will possess the ability to expand in the future for further growth in the animal shelter realm. Bids for this project were due on September 26th. They were opened in red. We received 8 of them, ranging from a low of $3,050,000 to a high of $3,395,000. The low bid, being just over $3 million, came in $1 million over the probable construction cost at what we were looking at. Jerry Isaacson and myself discussed where we could make some cuts. If we were going to be looking at deleting some features of the self-watering features, the veneer work, converting the gates from mechanical, from motorized to manual, those alone is only going to come out to about $50,000, $50,000, give or take. We don't see that as a major deletion. That would bring the price down substantially because we're looking at a basic block building with wood truss and composition roof system. There are really no big ticket items to reduce or eliminate the building. To eliminate in the building to substantially decrease this amount. We have 30 dog kennels proposed for this facility. There have been times in the past where we've had upwards to 25 or 26 dogs in our kennels at present, so we really couldn't see cutting back on the number. It's going to take probably 9 months to a year to build and then find out if we cut on the kennels that we've opened up a dog shelter which doesn't have enough kennels at that time. Project also has some larger items in it in regard to the HVAC, costly, but that's to be expected as far as your codes are concerned. We're also using a polymer coating on the walls and on the flooring for cleaning. That material, every time a dog is let out or a dog is adopted or handed back over to his or her owner, we need to pressure wash this application on the walls and on the flooring will be able to withstand for a period of time the pressure washing that we'll need to do. Of the dog kennels, 30 of them, there's an inside and an outside area, so we've got a drain inside and a drain outside. That adds to the cost, but it also is more efficient and effective that way in cleaning these kennel areas out when they need cleaned out. We're trying to put as much into this building as we can so that we don't have to hire a full-time person to manage and maintain this building, so we're using as best materials we can to make it easier to manage. Jerry, why don't I let you, do you have anything you want to add in regard to your recommendation?
Well, I appreciate you going through the list of items that we've gone through. We did do quite a bit of due diligence with the top, or I should say the lowest 2 bidders, just to confirm their bids. There was a company that we actually threw out prior to the bid opening, just to, because they did not have the documents available. But the top 2 bidders that we received, we went through due diligence. We talked with not only the contractor, but also their subcontractors, just to make sure that the information that was bid was correct and the numbers were to market value. It was the bids that came in, they were, I believe, that total of about 9% difference between the highest and lowest bid. which in this world is a very competitive bid, especially with 7 bids that came in. So we feel confident that that does represent market conditions. And, you know, as he mentioned, the bid did come in roughly about, I think, 42% higher than the anticipated number that we originally looked at. And that had to do with the market conditions that, again, we currently are in. We took a look at a number of different ways that we could try and take a look at cost-cutting measures to reduce the cost of the project, and they really, it's a very simple building, really. CMU block, as he mentioned, painted CMU block, and then we've got a small area in the front that has a little bit of stone veneer, just to spruce up the front entry. It's not around the entire building, just right at the front entry. We took a look at some of the maintenance items. As he mentioned, it was the watering feature that we could have one person water all 30 stalls, and it was also something that we took a look at just any of these type of things that could be more automated for the staff, because it is reduced staff. And I believe that all of those, we put a dollar figure to them to try and confirm what those numbers were. So again, as Scott mentioned, we roughly came up with about $45,000 that could be cut from that, but it had to do with the automation of the systems. So again, the due diligence that we went through confirmed J.C. Curtis Construction as being the bidder of choice for this, recommended by our company to proceed with the project, and we're presenting that to you today.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to make one addition to that. I support the recommendation of MBI to award the bid to J.C. Curtis in the amount of $3,079,000 at a not to exceed. I would put that into the resolution, make sure that wording's there. And I would also recommend that the funding for this project be drawn from the ARPA fund. We have a current balance in there of about $4 million. $1 million of it is for another project, and then that would leave a balance of about $3.1 million, which would be enough to be able to handle the cost of this animal shelter for the city.
Okay. Can you explain the soils things here? Is this price is already included in the $3 million, or is this soil work going to be over and above the $3 million?
I'm sorry, which portion of the work?
The soil?
Oh,
soil,
he's talking,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd received a soils report on the project that identified certain soils within the area that could be a problem as we proceed until we really get into the construction. That's why we have unit prices that identified exactly what those costs would be if we had these soils that we encountered during construction. So the bids that came back, we also had unit prices, and those would be something that would be part of the contingency that we have built into this cost.
Part of the 300,000?
Yes, sir.
That's correct.
Okay. So, actually, so this is already figured into the 3.79?
That's correct.
That, and if we don't use that contingency, we get that balance back.
Okay.
That's
Now,
correct.
the soil kind of had me confused here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soil was substantially different between the low bid and the second low bid. So that was one of the reasons why we thought J.C. was a little better off, especially with the unit costs. And importantly, too, J.C. Curtis can do this project within 180 days, whereby the low bidder was at
250 days.
250
250
days.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. All right, I'm going to entertain a motion for resolution number 3457.
I make a motion to approve resolution 3457. Do I need to name the, okay, for J.C. Curtis Construction?
Second.
All right, we got a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt and a second by Councilmember Tyler. Do we have any discussion?
And the motion is not to exceed.
Yes.
Yes, that's in the resolution already. We just identified the J.C. Curtis, correct? Any other questions? Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. So very excited to have this pass. A long time coming.
Thank you so much.
Looking
Thank you.
at the schedule, we were talking briefly about the schedule getting this project moving forward. We're probably going to look at probably January, I think.
Yeah, we'll sit down and talk with the contractor and get the contract in place, have a pre-construction, those kind of things to just establish exactly when the start of construction would be.
Coming up,
Coming
Get it.
up.
we'll get it done.
That's
Not-
right.
Not soon enough.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, we'll move to item D, resolution number 3458.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council accepting the Bureau of Justice Assistance fiscal year 2023 Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant.
Thanks, sir. Mr. McAllister.
All right. Good evening, Mayor and Council. We are asking, City Administration in partnership with East Ridge Police Department is asking for the approval from the Mayor and Council to accept the grant award from the Bureau of Justice Assistance for the fiscal year 23 Bulletproof Vest Partnership Program. The city applied for this grant in May 2023 and received notification of the award this month. They awarded the city $14,305, requiring a 50% match from the city, and we will be responsible for $7,152.50. And an average cost for each vest is anywhere from $950 to $985.
Thank you, sir.
I think I had one question asked by council. These vests will be for our police officers, not SWAT.
New patrolmen. And I think some existing, because
Yeah,
some of them
I
were
think-
outdated.
Right. I think the SWAT, we have another year or
Yeah, they're coming up on the expiration.
right.
This will be, this is paid for out of the drug fund, and then when the grant funds come back in, they will go back into the grant fund. Not the grant fund, the drug fund. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
All right, thank you. All right, council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3458.
I make a motion to approve resolution 3458.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion? See none, roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes.
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes, resolution number 3458 pass. We'll move to item E, resolution number 3459.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving the selection of a firm to perform a sports facility feasibility study related to potential expansion and/or enhancement at Camp Jordan Park, conditioned upon a successfully negotiated agreement.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Miller?
Thank you, Mayor. City Council convened a special meeting on Thursday, October 5th, for the purpose of hearing presentations from 3 firms on their proposals for undertaking a sports facility feasibility study for Camp Jordan Park. The mayor and council heard presentations from the Sports Facilities Company, Uden Partners and Los Design, and Victus Advisors LLC. So if we wish to move forward on this project at this time, we would need the council to make a selection of one of those firms. And then, again, once the firm is noted, it would be subject to or conditioned upon an agreement being successfully negotiated between the city and the firm selected.
Thank you, sir. All right, council, I'll entertain a motion for resolution number 3459.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 3459 and as Victus Advisors LLC.
All right, do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Councilmember Witt and a second by Councilmember Tyler to approve Resolution 3459 by selecting Victus Advisors LLC. Just making my notes. Do we have any discussion?
This is just for a quote to them to see what they're gonna charge us.
Yes, any kind of contract is going to have to come back to the city council
Okay.
to approve. This is only getting myself involved, and probably the city attorney involved in negotiating this. And I'm sorry, the Parks and Recreation Director, we can't leave her out.
Any other questions? Seeing none, roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes,
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3459 approved. We'll move to item F, resolution number 3460.
A resolution of the East Ridge City Council authorizing the city manager to approve the attached change order request number 3 from ASA Engineering and Consulting in regard to the Ringo Road, State Route 8 Ringo Road Corridor Project, multimodal project.
Mr. McAllister.
Yes, sir. So, city administration is asking for the approval from the mayor and council to accept change order number 3 from ASA Engineering on behalf of PIN number 122000. This is the multimodal Ringo Road project. This change order has been submitted to TDOT for pre-approval during their observation phase. The time extension that's mentioned in this change order is associated with the increase of work that was mentioned previously due to existing gas and utility independent relocation work that was going on within existing construction zones. The contractor was unable to complete previously scheduled work and had to develop new work schedule that would accommodate the gas line relocation. The official change order reflects this time extension that will be for 213 days, moving the completion date from November 28th, 2023 until the estimated completion date of June the 28th of 2024.
All right. In the amount of this change order, is that 237,791.96?
The amount of this change order was previously approved by the council, and change order number 1. They get a little tricky because some are interlocal change orders with the city and some are TDOT, so this is an actual TDOT change order, but the funds that are mentioned in this change order were already approved by the council.
Okay.
This is just a time extension only.
Time extension. I'm with you now. It still hurts. All right. As hard as it is, I'll ask for a motion from the council for resolution number 3460.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 3460.
I'm sorry, y'all.
All right, we've got a motion to approve by Councilmember Witt, it's even hard to say, and a second by Vice Mayor Haynes. Do we have any discussion?
I mean, technically, we don't have any choice, do we?
You're not making it any better.
Yeah.
I see none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Yes. Councilmember Cagle.
yes,
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3460 passed. We'll move to item G, resolution number 3461.
A resolution of the City Council for the City of East Ridge, Tennessee, authorizing the acceptance of the Public Entity Partners Property Conservation Matching Grant for fiscal year 2024.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Callister,
I promise this one's better.
better news?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm asking the mayor and council to approve. This is a grant that's given to us annually from public entity partners. It's the property conservation grant. And this year, we are asking for the approval on this matching grant in the amount of $5,000. We will be responsible for $2,500 if we spend the entire $5,000. And we are looking to use these grant funds to purchase additional security surveillance cameras here at City Hall to monitor the Eastridge Dog Park, the staff parking, and then the entrances to the building.
Thanks, sir. Entertain a motion for resolution number 3461.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 3461.
Second.
A motion approved by Councilmember Tyler and a second by Councilmember Witt. Do we have any discussion?
One question, do we have any cameras over at the playground?
We do. We have about 34 cameras at the community center.
Okay, I just know we have a lot of
Literally.
trouble over there in Needham.
Yeah, we have them on the playground, the splash pad, some of the dog park, and then the entire community center.
Good question. Any other questions? See none. Roll call, Ms. Middleton.
Vice Mayor Haynes. Yes. Councilmember Cagle.
Yes,
Councilmember Tyler.
Yes.
Councilmember Witt.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Yes. Resolution number 3461 passed. That's the last item on the agenda. So now the next item is discuss the tentative agenda items for November 9th, 2023 council meeting. The first item would be milestone awards for October 2023. This is where we recognize milestone awards for our employees, recognizing them and providing them a certificate, a pin, and a monetary check for their service. The next item in old business is ordinance number 1198. That's the ordinance of the City Council of the City of East Ridge to amend the fiscal year 2024 operating budget, ordinance number 1186, by changing the revenues and expenditures of various funds. This will be second and final reading. I believe we discussed and passed that just a few moments ago. But is there any additional questions on that? I see none. We'll move to new business. First item would be a public hearing for an unnumbered resolution, followed by the resolution for Kevin Huff, appeal decision of Housing Commission for demolition order for 3607 Fountain Avenue.
Yeah, Mayor, Council, what this arises from the Housing Commission. This originated in March of this year. At that time, there was no respondent that appeared. Proof was put forward about significant debris upon the property, significant concerns with respect to the interior of the structure. At that time, there was an issuance of a show cause order. It went through a series of callbacks between March, April, May, June, July, and then in September of this year, the commission, after giving the opportunity to the property owner to repair, which was given in July. This gentleman was given an opportunity. They lifted the conditions without prejudice with respect to demolition of the property to give the property owner an opportunity to cure the non-compliance and the safety health issues. My understanding is the property owner did not do that, and so in September, the city reinstated its prior order to demolish the property and reaffirmed its prior findings that the property was unfit for human habitation and should be condemned and demolished. The gentleman, Mr. Huff, has apparently filed an appeal, which he is entitled to appeal, and I understand it was a timely appeal, and so that'll come before this body in November for what they call a trial de novo, meaning we'll hear the proof again, and this body will make a determination to whether reaffirm the Housing Commission, modify it, or overturn it. Those are the three options.
Thank you, sir. Council, any questions?
is this the house, right off of Germantown on Fountain, down on the left-hand side?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I turned that thing in a year ago because you couldn't see it because of the overgrown weeds all over it. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Any other questions? Al, do you have anything to add? All right. The next item is another unnumbered resolution. Resolution of the East Ridge City Council to approve initiating a bond issue through the Tennessee Municipal Bond Fund in the amount not to exceed $1.5 million for infrastructure improvements and upgrades to Camp Jordan Park. Is that Ms. Skiles? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Mayor and Council. This is my first time ever asking for money outside of my budget, so. The Parks and Rec Department is seeking council's approval for financial funding on the following projects. Replacements of the lighting fields on fields 7 and 8. Those are the only two fields that still have existing wood poles that are bent and turned every which way. They sway with the wind. We've got over 39 lights out. When we have replaced them, they blow within the 6 to 9 months, and then they blow the breakers, and we have to call electrical company out there because they're all turnkey. So those are some of the original ones out there. They've been out there at least as long as I've been with the city, so that's 18 plus years. Then the installation of 2 new lighting systems on soccer fields 10 and 11. Now, these would be by the zip line, okay? So they're on this side of the park. 12 and 13, which are Jordan Run, as I would call them, behind my house. We do not have those slated for lights. Now, Conduit is Run. That's how it was done, but Mr. Miller and I both agreed not to want to put lights there. And then our soccer stadium is starting to deteriorate, basically. The stadium soccer field has 4 poles there now. Each pole has 4 existing levels of lights, and we also have 38 lights on it. It is also a turnkey unit. It's not on the Musco system that we have now. So we have 3 existing that are on turnkey. The lights at the stadium take about 150 feet, I think, a lift to try to even get up there. We had NAPCO come out 3 weeks ago, told us they might be able to get to one side but couldn't get to the other and have yet to call us back. So so I called Musco when me and Mr. Miller met about prices and sent them the specs on it and said, hey, is this a system you can convert over to what we have now if we are able to get it approved maybe? Because we do have a Musco lighting system now that's on a computer, and we can control it from our phones or a computer. So that's a little bit about the lights. The other is the replacement of our roof system over the arena. Right now, we have 28 leaks in the arena. Now, again, I wasn't in charge then, but this is going off memory, and please correct me if I'm wrong. At one point in time, there was money in the budget years ago for the roof, a replacement or something, and that money was diverted to the ball fields when those upgrades were done. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just going off memory of conversations I overheard. But at this point, still, we have to address the 28 leaks that we have in that ceiling with, again, that arena is running 52 weeks a year. It's nonstop. Then we had 2 compressors go down in our air units. We had Train come out, and they've replaced some of the gas lines and our gas compressors. Those were a little bit cheaper, but these right here are going to be a little bit over, I think it's, 19,000, and they are in our corroborative purchasing. I got with Diane on that. So, and then what Mr. Miller and me also got together about was, again, to round out the bond to 1.5. We wanted to look at, again, upgrading the bathrooms in the arena. Those were not done the last time. And then trying to kind of facelift the walls around the arena with fresh paint and things like that, just to get a little bit more upgraded within the arena. And then our arena sign, I forgot that. So as you see in the packet Mr. Miller supplied, our city seal that's there now is completely faded. We did get some sign quotes. We are working with the sign coordinator that you guys approved. And then we wanted to, again, put Camp Jordan Arena out there too. So, again, first time asking for money, not in the budget. When we did meet, we felt this was more of a capital expense than us putting something in the budget and trying to take away from our department or anyone else's. So I'm a little nervous, sorry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry.
You're good. Any questions, council?
And I do invite you guys out there to look at the lights. Let me know, and I'll come down there and meet you on 7 and 8 in the stadium and show you the difference. The last lights that we had put on where, if I'm correct, fields 1 through 8, and then that's at baseball. And then soccer, it was either 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6. I can't remember which way it went, but they were all added in different stages, so.
I have one question. She says she's had NAPCO out there, and they say their boom truck won't get up there.
To one side, yeah.
All right, can we contract the power board?
I'm not sure. I can check. The power board did our lighting system like through the parkway, but they haven't done any of our other lights that are out
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Musco,
they got some boom trucks.
right.
Yeah.
Well, Musco actually rents one when they come into town, and I priced it's about $2,000 a day for the height that we need. But that would come in the cost of what they would have to do. So, what is it? I think it's the one side, the closest side to the amphitheater we can get to. It's the side closest to the subdivision that's up higher on that hill, and it slopes, so that's their biggest concern, so. But again, NAPCO's not the only one I've called. That was just the example of, they've not called me back where the others have called me back, and it's gonna be pretty pricey to try to,
No, but that's right, NAPCO is one we use normally out here. So-
sometimes, yes.
Yeah,
So there's a couple of different ones that, I know Mike uses them, and I had talked to him and got their information, and we've also used a couple of other electrical companies in the park too.
So could we, contact the power board, see if they could
Yeah, we
change
could
the
do that.
lights out for us?
Okay.
Maybe work up some kind of deal like we did on the road going through there?
Yeah, we can take
It's
care-
not about replacing them. Some of those lights we can't get. Like on 7 and 8, you can't get those. On the stadium, we've got to get up there to get them down to see if we can get them at that point. So,
What I'm saying, change it over to the new style lights like we did on something else that's guaranteed for 10 years or so.
no, with Musco, it's actually guaranteed for 25 years is what it is. And that's
And I
the
knew it
lighting
was
system
a
we have
long
now.
time.
Yeah.
So-
Anything that goes wrong, they report it to us. Like the other day, Field 12 has one light out. I immediately get an email, and they're sending someone out to fix it. That's a part of the warranty and
that's-
what we have now.
Are they out of Atlanta?
I don't think so. Their number is a 614 number. I think they're from up north. I did get,
Maybe we did have 10, then we're out of Atlanta, but I'm probably
Yeah.
wrong on that.
well, before I ever did speak to them about the project, and again, me working with cooperative purchasing and the Sourcewell, I did due diligence and contacted 3 companies, and basically did an internet search for stadium lighting and, park facilities. And I had Quail Light, and then I think there's another one in there, Geosport. And Quail Light just did one of the, I think they did CCS's downtown or CSLA's lights. They did one of those, and then again, Musco, there was an old file from Adam that I had found where he had contacted Musco about the 4 new fields for soccer, and everything. So I contacted them again to give us a quote. But the difference is the fine lines, is when you read through there, if you read through Musco's, if they mess something up, they're fixing it. If you read through one of the other companies, if they mess up our irrigation lines, then it comes back on us. So those were some of the little details I started to go through, because they're gonna drive heavy machinery over our soccer fields that have those irrigation lines now. So,
Thank you. Any other questions? All right. The next item is unnumbered resolution, a resolution of the East Ridge City Council approving an appointment by Mayor Williams to the East Ridge Beer Board. Following that is another unnumbered resolution for East Ridge City Council approving appointment of Councilmember Witt to the East Ridge Beer Board. And then after that, there's the resolution of the council memorialize the mayor's appointment to the chairperson of the beer board. So that is in the charter of the board, that the mayor appoints a chairperson. So is there any questions on any of these? You and I have appointments coming up for that. Is there any questions, council?
When will the applications be able to be sent in for the beer board?
It's already on the website.
It's already advertised? Okay. Any other questions? All right, I see none. The next unnumbered resolution is appointment of the library board to fill an unexpired term. That's me? Okay. Didn't think that was me. Oh, that's me to talk about it? Yes, so we've had one of the members actually moved out of the city, which is a requirement to be a board member. So that leaves a vacancy for Councilmember Tyler for an appointment. Any questions? All right, I see none. The last item we have is another unnumbered resolution, Central Square RMS Data Conversion Agreement with Hamilton County Sheriff's Department. Chief Usleton?
Mayor and council, this is to get our information. We switched to a new report management system, a new field-based reporting system about a year and a half ago. It went active last August. Part of that was converting our old data into our new system. The former vendor that we had would not sell us our data in a format that we could transfer over. They have since agreed to sell us our information that we can now put into our new system, and it will cost a total of $17,342. So we would like to purchase that so we can integrate it into our new system. Every time we do a report, we make an arrest, anything like that, this is the data that was stored on that system, and we need it to put into the new system.
Thanks, sir. Any questions? I do, don't leave. Is there a delivery date on this? I'm looking to see what expected delivery of this data, since they're now able to provide this to us at
It's more of a
a higher
willing
rate.
to. It's more of a new willing to, and I remember, I thought I read somewhere through here, there was a date, but I do not remember what it was. But basically, this company is contracted with Hamilton County, who we then subcontracted through with. So we have to work with Hamilton County and this
Okay.
company as well. And I apologize, I don't
The
see.
joint effort, that's
I
okay.
don't see any end date on it.
Okay. So we can find an expected delivery time for that after we pay for it. All right,
We can find out Monday.
thank you, sir.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions, council? Any other items of business to discuss?
Can I mention this? I failed to mention the name of the food drive. It's Feel Approved.
Phil Cruz.
November 5th, Feel Approved.
Okay. Awesome. Anyone else? Say none. I appreciate everyone attending tonight. This meeting's adjourned. Hope we'll have a good evening.